Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
It's time. Time to get back to what's real, like gathering everyone around and savoring every moment together with Mexican meals from Real Foods that are ready to share and enjoy. Delivering real authenticity means more than just adding flavor. It's why we use family recipes that have been handed down for generations to create wholesome meals and snacks that are perfect anytime and for everyone. Like savory carnitas, salsas, and tamales that you can easily serve in minutes. Real Foods, Hispanic flavors for modern life.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VIO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sports' positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
everybody, and welcome here into Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia. It is the national finals for the UPSL. Over 400 teams started their season with a chance to play right here at this field on this very day. My name's Jonathan Turner, alongside Dan Stickret. We have a great one on tap here in this first matchup here today. Chicago Nation will welcome in AS Frenzi. The first time in the history of their organization they have made it this far. And we have a great lineup here today, Dan, as Chicago Nation. This is their third visit here to the national finals, and we couldn't be more excited about calling this game. And, well, let's talk about these teams for a second, Dan.
Yeah, we have 4 teams that have made quite a trek. 4 corners of the U.S. We had over 400 teams, as we talked about, from the U.S., a couple from southern Canada, and a couple from northern Mexico. And we're in the Final Four. We expect 4 contrasting styles of play here. And we're just moments away from the kickoff of Game 1.
That's right. Let's take a look here at AS Frenzi from the Central Florida Conference. They won it with a 9-1-1 record. They beat Tennessee Tempo 7-1, though, in the quarterfinal matchup. And obviously, if you look at that matchup, you might say, hey, that lopsided win all the way in the quarterfinals. Hey, you know, but either way, they scored 63 goals and allowed 13 in their 14 matches this season.
An absolute offensive juggernaut, scoring 63 goals in that amount of time. And defensively, they're sound, allowing 13 goals. So we expect that they will display some offense again today and see if they can convert. And Chicago Nation's sure trying to defend a high-powered offense.
That they are. You look right there. They've played 13 games this season. They're 9-1. They won the Midwest Central Conference. They beat FCY New York here a few weeks back, 1-0 in the quarterfinals. They scored 43 goals and allowed 7 along the way. Again, they're based out of Chicago, Illinois. AS Frenzi, all the way from Sanford, Florida, which is Central Florida, making their way here. As we talk about this, think about how far they've traveled. Chicago traveled 673.2 miles. Meanwhile, AS Frenzi, they traveled 855. So, Dan, we traveled 528 miles here yesterday to Loudoun County, Virginia here. Leesburg is the city. Segra Field is the place. Loudoun United plays their home matches here in the USL Championship, and this is what they call their home. Beautiful weather here on tap today. Let's take a look at it. 82 degrees. Visibility, I can see everywhere off in the distance. We are propped right now on top of the bleachers here, Dan. They don't have a press box, so we had to make a makeshift press box of our own, and we are excited to bring this matchup here to you in just about 18 minutes.
Yeah, beautiful weather today. Earlier today was completely overcast, but the breeze has remained, and the temperatures are perfect for a soccer match. We have a doubleheader coming up.
That we do. In the second matchup here coming up at 8:30 tonight, we will have the Sporting Wichita as they take on CD Delfines de Absolo from Phoenix, Arizona in that last matchup. So both teams here in this game and in the 8:30 game looking to punch their ticket into the 3:30 championship game here on Sunday. So don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll talk about the playoffs and how everyone got here. A little more pre-match here coming away. Starting 11s, international walk-on kickoff coming up next on the UPSL National Semifinal.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VIO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. That technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Welcome back here into Segra Field here on this Friday evening. 5:30 is the scheduled kickoff between Chicago Nation and AS Frenzi. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. We'll be bringing you all the coverage here this National Finals weekend here from Virginia. We're just about a half hour or so from downtown Washington, D.C. And we are, they say 12 minutes, 20 seconds away from the start of this match. Players just exiting the field here a few moments ago, and we couldn't be more excited. And Dan, we talk about this matchup. Chicago's been here before. When I had a chance to talk with, AS Frenzi here earlier this week, talking with Tyler Weston, the head coach. He's in his first year with the team. Him and along with ownership talked about the youth of AS Frenzi, how that they're a very youthful team, they're young, and that could lend, obviously in a very positive way, also a negative way. But what is your take on a young team?
Yeah, they have nothing to lose. I mean, they have a couple kids that are still actually in high school. They have some former college players and some current college players, but they also have a lot to prove in terms of some of these kids want to end up on college rosters in the next couple of years, and then they're going against a very experienced team with Chicago Nation. 2 Final Fours, 1 national runner-up, a Sweet 16 and Elite 8, so they have been deep in this tournament several times, and this league was formed back in 2011, the Santa Ana, California area with 10 teams. Now we're at 412.
Yeah, so. and you think about that, too. The winner of the national championships this season will punch their ticket to an automatic bid into the U.S. Open Cup, a very, very important thing for any amateur team out there in the country. the winner of this will get an automatic bid. And these teams know that, they're aware of that, and they want an opportunity. They wanted an opportunity to take this on, and they will this weekend when they win. Whoever wins this overall tournament here coming up on Sunday at 3:30. Obviously, the losers of tonight's matches will play in the consolation game on Sunday at noon. We'll bring that to you live here as well on the UPSL network. Now, let's take a look here at how these teams got here. We'll start with the round of 32. We take a look at Chicago Nation. They were in that Central Division here, Midwest Central. They took on Detroit United in the round of 16. They beat them 5-0. That's important because last year in the fall, Detroit United beat Chicago Nation in Detroit. That is something that A.J. Ostrowski, along with Garrett from Chicago Nation, have both talked a lot about. And this team, Chicago Nation, they are aware of that. And it is motivation for them here to win today because they wanted to be here then. And Detroit United stopped them in the fall. Last year it was Queensboro. Queensboro was here in Columbus last year and lost in the semifinals. So, but then they won against FCY New York in the quarterfinals, and that's how they made their way here. We look to the bottom of the bracket, and AS Frenzi. In the round of 32, they beat Leg AZ World FC. They won that game 3-2, and then they beat City Soccer FC in that quarterfinal round, and then beat Tennessee Tempo 7-1 to make it right here to this first matchup here on this Friday evening. And then we'll look at the top of the bracket there, all the way up top there, round of 32. Look there, CD Delfines, they won against SDS Internacional 3-2. Then they faced off against Trico FC 1-0, and then they beat Valley FC 5-9 in the quarters to make their way into this semifinal matchup here in game number 2. We take a look there at Sporting Wichita. And Sporting Wichita, they won 2-1 against Minneapolis City SC. And then they beat Total 90 Football Academy 3-2 in the round of 16. And then they're in the round, the quarterfinals. Indios Denver FC was a 2-0 win that punched their ticket here into this weekend as well. And that is how those 4 teams made it right here in this round, the final rounds here of the national finals for the UPSL Den.
Yeah, and you're talking about a game today, the first matchup, it's going to be offense versus a defense. Chicago Nation has given up only 7 goals all season. That's far under 1.00 goals against per game. So their defense is stout. And then Frenzi, 63 goals scored. So it's going to be a very contrasting style here in this first matchup. We'll see, does defense win out or does offense prevail in this first matchup?
You see off there in the distance, the Loudoun United. This is their home field here at Segra Field. This population here, we had a chance to be here last night, Dan. A very beautiful area. A lot of new buildings going around, new builds. We had a chance to eat at a local restaurant here last night, a fantastic meal. 48,908 is the population here in Leesburg. It's a town, and again, it's settlement in the area began around 1740 here in Leesburg, which is names for the Lee family, early leaders of the town. So, it's nepotism at its best, naming a town after your family. But either way, we're here in Leesburg today. Chicago made their way here this week from Chicago, Illinois. Obviously, their population, Dan, is 2.7 million people. A far cry from where most of these teams that are coming from this weekend, they don't have that same kind of population. But they traveled 673 miles from Chicago, did Chicago Nation, while, you saw AS Frenzi, they traveled 855 miles. They've only got 61,000 in their population. So, but we look at the roster top to bottom for both these teams. Experience, and you can say experience on the ball for Chicago Nation, and then on the side of AS Frenzi, you've got youth, but you've got an extremely talented and athletic AS Frenzi that I think is going to really test Chicago Nation here today and give them a run for their money.
Yeah, AS Frenzi has a lot of speed, especially on the outside. They will attack, they will put pressure on Chicago Nation's defense, and like I said, they have such a stout defense in the back, but will hold against a youthful and highly powered offense that AS Frenzi puts out on the pitch.
The referees have made their way out of the tunnel. We can see AS Frenzi lining up as well, waiting on Chicago Nation. We are just 6 minutes away here from the start of this match. And if it's your first time stopping by here on the UPSL, hit that subscribe button. I know they'd appreciate that. John Turner, Dan Stickrat here on the call tonight. We are the directors of broadcasting for the Michigan Soccer Network, and we are pleased to bring you this broadcast here tonight from Leesburg, Virginia, and throughout the rest of the weekend. So very, very excited to bring this broadcast to you here this evening. And as these two teams get ready to come out of the tunnel, we'll talk about starting 11s here in just a moment, but they are very, very good, Dan, to say the least.
Yeah. AS Frenzi has outscored the opposition in this tournament 13-5, so chances are they'll be able to put something up on the scoreboard tonight. Chicago Nation, we'll talk about that defense. 8 shutouts so far this season. 54 goals scored, only 7 against. So we're looking forward to potentially a high-powered offensive game, or will be one of those games where it just goes down to one team capitalizing on one minor mistake, and just got down to the last few minutes here before kickoff.
There must be a winner here tonight. So there's going to go to overtime. You know, in the event there's a tie, there are 2 15-minute, not golden goal or sudden death. You must finish this to its completion, and then if we are still tied, we will go into kicks from the penalty spot. So we are hopeful as broadcasters that that's not the case. I mean, I know the fans at home probably appreciate a good old-fashioned penalty shootout, but not here, not tonight. Now there's a doubleheader, you know, on tap here tonight. But a 5:30 p.m. Eastern game and an 8:30 Eastern game. So,
and it's free admission.
Free admission here, so come on down.
If you're in the Washington, D.C. area and you want to see some great soccer matches here on a Friday evening, head out to the northwestern suburbs of Washington, D.C. and come out to Secker Stadium.
We're just waiting here for players to come out of that tunnel. We'll stand by here while that's happening. You know, we have a poll going on right now on the UPSL YouTube channel. That poll is showing right now that 66% of you think Chicago Nation's going to win this game. Spenny Fan Chris, big weekend of soccer games in the U.S. with the UPSL semifinals, final in the U.S. League Two play a final, and the U.S. Women's National Team in the round of 16 at the Women's World Cup. That's right. A lot going on. As a soccer fan, I've been disappointed in the play of the U.S. Women's National Team. I think anyone who's been watching that could say that. Sometimes when you win a lot, sometimes it's hard to keep that I would not momentum, but more like keeping that consistent, a high level of play, and maybe that might be it right now for the Women's National Team. I can't tell you, but they have not been playing to the level that we've expected over the years. And while other teams have started to catch up a little bit, you would still think that the hardness, the being gritty and being tough and being physical and being, you just don't see that right now from the U.S. Women's National Team. So hopefully that'll change.
It kind of boils down to the growth of the sport. The rest of the world's catching up to the U.S., kind of like our men's team's trying to catch up at times to some other nations around the world. And it kind of converts to this tournament.
It does.
It started with just 10 teams out west, just 11 years ago or 12 years ago, and now we are over 400 sides have suited up this spring and summer, and we're just moments away from the Final Four.
At that we are. And USL League Two Championships taking place in Ballard, Seattle here this weekend, kicking off tomorrow. Ballard FC welcoming in Lionsbridge in that USL League Two matchup. I had a chance to call last week the USL League Two matchup of Flint City Bucks and Ballard FC. Ballard FC won that game 1-0 off an 11th minute goal, punching their ticket in the championship game here tomorrow. So good luck to them.
It's an exciting time of the summer.
It is.
Late July, early August, all these summer amateur leagues are coming to a close with their national tournaments. And it's not too far off that collegiate soccer will start, high schools will start, clubs and academies will start up their fall 2023 season. So this is the culmination of a lot of teams around the country. This is it. The summer is coming to a close, and hopefully we'll have a couple great matchups today and a couple great ones on Sunday afternoon.
That we will. As these two teams again lining up here with Just 1 minute to go here. We'll give you the starting 11s here once we get through some of this international walk-on, the business end of these soccer games, the walk-on and the national anthem. Early in the comments, I saw someone saying about if a certain player wasn't in the lineup that they would be upset. Well, I can tell you right now, that player is not in the lineup, so they're gonna be upset. So, no offense to that person, but I don't think that player made the lineup, so not at least in the starting 11. So, what we will say is during the game tonight, get your comments in. We will try to bring them in as much as we possibly can. We'd like to have a conversation with you, the viewer, giving you the opportunity to be just as much a part of this broadcast as us, the players, the referees. So, get those comments and questions in. We'll be happy to answer them for you here. Do our best to do that during the flow of play and keep this game interesting. We've got 2 of them here tonight, so Spenny fan Chris says, my local football team are excited. Their season tomorrow is getting underway. So Gabriella Demanghetti, I'm assuming that is the family member of the goalkeeper for Chicago Nation, Carlos Demanghetti, also known as Peru. Diego Regalado, Messi or Ronaldo? I made a Messi of that. That was for sure your name. So, but I would say Messi. I would say Messi is. Here comes the walk-on now, and you think about this, Dan, these players are, they've made their way here. A lot of these players, amateur level players, right? Maybe fresh out of college, still in college, or in some cases high school, right? Look at this opportunity for them to represent their communities or across this country. For some of them, represent their countries, right? There are a number of players here who have played overseas.
They have all one thing in common. They've all traveled quite a distance to get to the Final Four. There's not one team that's in the Washington, D.C. area.
No.
Florida.
I think we're the team. I think we're the ones that travel the least.
Yeah, you have Florida, Arizona, Kansas, and Illinois.
And that just cut real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, stands for the national anthem.
And there was the national anthem as we're just moments away here from getting underway. Let's take a look here at the starting 11 here, starting for AS Frenzi. In goal, Andrew Kettleson. Left back, Jeffrard Herodi. James Isaac, Zion Coleman, Charles All, Ariane Rossi, Blair Dorman. Yan Diamande, Owen Armour. He is the center back and captain leader of this team. Charles Christian and Paul Fritz rounding out the starting 11 there for AS Frenzy. Let's take a look now here at the starting 11 for Chicago Nation. And there they are. In goal, Carlos Peru Demenghetti, Isaac Sutton, Sergei Wozniak, Nick Klavjan, Nicholas Kapitanos, Will Butler, Elias McLeod, Stefan Mijatovic, Zakhar Skachenko. And Skachenko, 16 goals on the season, leads the team. Camden Kowalski and Alexander Lobovich is your starting 11 for Chicago Nation. Chicago Nation coached by A.J. Ostrowski, A.S. Frenzi, Tyler Weston at the helm. Share this with your friends and family. Let's get a ton of people watching this game here tonight for this #1 matchup. Chicago Nation taking on A.S. Frenzi. Frenzi will win the all red kits here today as we see that coin toss going on right now between your center officials. Speaking of that, let's take a look at our officials here for today's match. And there they are is Jigarad Fatith, Benjamin Mast, John Loy, and George Escobar. Just moments away here from this first semifinal matchup. As Pedro says, good luck to both teams. Dan, what are your predictions, Dan?
You know, both teams are averaging over 4 goals a game.
It's a lot of goals, Dan.
Both teams are giving up less than 1 goal a game, so it'd be interesting. Like I said, it's a contrasting style, but both teams do have some star power.
That they do.
Owen Armour for A.S. Frenzi anchors that back line that's given up 0.4 goals per game. Zakhar Skachenko from Chicago Nation is top 10 in the nation in scoring. 16 goals, top 10 in the nation out of 412 teams. So both teams have some great players. We'll see it all 6 out. We're just moments away from kickoff of game 1.
This A.S. Frenzy roster is filled top to bottom with just unbelievably talented players. Blair Dorman, number 9, freshman at Seminole State College from Lake Mary, Florida. Played for Orlando City MLS Next, ECNL. And he was A.S. Frenzy Seminole County Soccer Player of the Year. So it looks as though Chicago Nation will get things underway here. A fake little touch. Well, now we're underway. And Chicago Nation in the blue kits going right to left on your screen. A.S. Frenzy in the all red kits going left to right. Good touch. Mijatovic, and this one's out early out here on this near side. See the captain there, Isaac Sutton, playing left back here tonight for Chicago Nation.
I believe this is the first time these two teams have ever faced this off each other. So
that's right, ball given away by Isaac. And now here comes Skachenko, and that one will go out on that far side. Get some predictions here as David Hukporty is saying 2 goals for Charles Christian. So thrown in here by Kowalski. That's one by Coleman, and now this one put in towards Mijatovic, and that one goes right to Kettleson. He'll get his first touch of the game. You know, something that when I had a chance to talk with both these teams here earlier this week, something that was, you know, that Chicago Nation made very clear was that we didn't talk redemption. We just talked about, hey, finish the job. They came here with a purpose. Their goal here is to come away hoisting a trophy here on Sunday, a championship trophy. They remember what happened against Detroit United here last year in the fall in Detroit. They remember what happened in Queensboro or with Queensboro last year, that loss, and they want to win the whole thing. On that far side, and it's the speed and quickness from the youth. That's Diamande, slots it, top of the 6th, shot, deflected, back of the post, 1-0. Set number 17, Charles Christian. And just like that, it's 1-0.
Just 2:12 into the match, we have a 1-0 lead. Left open, wide in the box, able to tuck it in.
Back underway here. Charles Christian with the goal. And it's 1-0 here in favor of AS Frenzi. Not the start you'd want if you're Chicago Nation, the perfect start. If your AS Frenzi is now Sutton, up this near side, Capitanos. He'll slot this one in, that's broken up. But give it right back to McLeod, and they'll call that for handling.
So we were told earlier in the week.
Take a look at the replay here.
Charles Christian says he wants to be one of the best strikers in the world.
Just puts that one right in. 1-0 your score here early into this match. 3rd minute goal. All put in, that one
looked like that
then cleared out.
Assist came from James Isaac. First shot by either team finds the back of the net.
One back, that's McLeod. Near side to Capitanos. Inside, looking for Mijatovic, and all. Look at this transitional play. You're going to see quick speed here in transition tonight from AS Frenzi. We saw it here on that goal. Diamande speed on the outside, on that width out there on the far side, leading that ball coming in. And oh, you cannot, Spenny fan Chris says, cannot complain about the lines. He's talking about the USL League 2 matchup here last week, Ballard FC and Flint City Bucks, played out at Atwood Stadium in Flint. Beautiful field here, beautiful complex. You can't complain. It seats over 5,000 fans.
And it's relatively new. It just opened up in 2019.
Ooh, it's good win by Wozniak. Falls to Christian. Diamande now. He'll cut back. Look at that speed inside. Diamande fires one from 30 yards out. Oh, now look at the miscommunication. Diamande open net, side netting, and out for a goal kick. Missed opportunity off that defensive miscue from Chicago Nation. But early on here, AS Frenzi showing their youth in regards to speed and athleticism, but not in miscues and misfortunes.
Yeah, they've already taken advantage of a couple errors, and it could be 2-0. I mean, he's just inches away on that chance.
All the way back to Demengetti. This ball switched here to this near side. Sutton. Capitanos. It's Butler now. Mijatovic. Sutton. Well, good work down by the end line. Sutton puts this in, and Kettleson makes the grab. I think the moment, sometimes these moments, and there's a filling out period early in these games, Dan, we talk about all the time where some teams come out conservative. You know, AS Frenzi did not come out conservative at all. They are attacking right now this experienced Chicago Nation team, a team that, if you look at this, all the teams coming in here, they're the only team that's come back here and been here before. They are, we've talked about this, the odds-on favorite maybe to win this whole thing. But AS Frenzi is not coming in here looking at that and saying, hey, you know, we're afraid of this. We're going to attack this team. That's what we're seeing here early on.
Yeah, they've had 3 shot attempts already, and the game's not even 8 minutes old. 63 goals on the season, they average.
Take a look at that shot there, that miscue here early, a couple moments ago, is Diamante just misses that, and we're back underway, and looking to go over the top, looking for Christian. Good defensive play there by Wozniak. There's Coleman now. Good ball inside to All.
See it.
It's a lot of game left.
You can see AS Frenzy's speed all over the field. Even when they do not have the ball, they are closing down the passing.
Oh, look at this opportunity. Out comes Demgatti, and a little shove there from Rossi. And
a little love tap in the box, so Chicago gets the free kick.
You know, these moments can get to these teams, right? We talk about it all the time. You know, teams come in, they're a little shell shocked. There's a travel day, right? These teams traveled all across the country. Not that that's an excuse, but for a lot of them, they don't play 500 miles away from home. They play a couple hundred yards from their home sometimes. You know, my coach lived at our soccer field growing up. You know, so he lived out of his car, so he didn't have to travel too far to games or practices for that matter. We are watching the UPSL National Semifinals here live right now on the UPSL YouTube channel. We're live from Segra Field, Leesburg, Virginia. John Turner, Dan Stickrat here on the call. Dan and I make our way from Auburn Hills and Madison Heights, Michigan here this evening. Well, we didn't travel here today, but we traveled yesterday to get here.
Yeah, northern suburbs of Detroit. Absolute perfect weather tonight.
Rain came through yesterday and a little bit of rain this morning, and right now there's not really any clouds in the sky above us. Maybe off in the distance.
Yeah, the cloud coverage kind of went away a couple hours ago. We got a nice breeze. Cool things off.
Ball back to Kettleson. Look to clear this one up towards Diamande, and that one goes past, and now Christian. He was looking to play it to Diamande, and that's a great defensive play from Kowalski. That's stopping that promising attack. Right now, 63% of you say Chicago Nation's going to win this game. So keep your votes going here in this one as we're in the 11th minute. A third-minute goal from Charles Christian. It might be argued that might have been an own goal because you did see a defensive play on that, but he did put it towards goal. Good work by Coleman. Coleman is a freshman in college from Claremont, Florida. And look at this. Another opportunity. Now Diamande, and that one right at Demgatti. Another beautiful opportunity here, this time in the 12th minute. Showing why Diamande is a force to be reckoned with. 11 goals on the season. Played for the DME Academy as a senior from the Ivory Coast. And in our notes, it says, will play professionally. So I don't know if that was his statement or something, but it will play professionally is what we have in our notes. So we got to keep an eye out. But just based on what we're seeing here so far from Diamande, I don't blame anyone for saying that. He has been a force to be reckoned with here 12 minutes into this match. So Juice King Nico says, watch Capitanos work. As Christian settles it down. Got Diamande out wide, and he'll find him. Chases it down. Looks to cut it back. Kowalski right there. Keeps going after him. Puts this one in. That one actually deflects out for the first corner of the match. Nicolo Diamande is destroying. So far, his speed on the outside of that field. Chicago Nation's got to find a way. This one's played short, put in, and cleared away by Klavjan.
Barry played 13 minutes. It's already a 5-1 shots advantage in favor of AS Frenzi and 2-1 on frame. They're also able to get the first corner.
Hard tackle, and we're going to see our first yellow card here of the match. Looking to see who that was shown to. That was Wozniak. It looks like they got the yellow card.
Wozniak is one of their center backs. Yes, Frenzy's players still down the field trying to make out which player.
So now we're going to have an athletic trainer come out now. Take a look. So it looks as though.
Looks like it's Charles Christian that's down.
Well, he's the one that got kind of at the clip at the heels there from Wozniak. Not something you want to see here early in this match.
Christian was able to net that first goal, just 2:12 into the match.
He's from DME Academy. He's a junior. Clocor in Volta region, Ghana. He's wants to be one of the best strikers in the world. What he said about himself here in his profile.
And you just never know. We might be seeing a player this weekend who ends up climbing the ladder. Will play in MLS or overseas one day in a high-level league.
Something that, when I had a chance to talk with Tyler Weston and the members of AS Frenzy here earlier this week, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about, philosophically what, they were looking to do here this weekend. And something that they talked about was being relentless, that they don't give up. When you have that in a team that's really young, it identifies as a very young team. That's something that you can build on, Dan. When you got a team that just doesn't give up, hey, they claw their way back in a game where they're down 3-0 or a couple goals down. Relentless is the word they use. This ball played in. That's cleared away by Mijatovic. And now here comes, they're going to bring this one back. I don't know if it was offsides or.
Actually, it looks like he called a handball against AS Frenzy.
They were making their way up, so I guess not an advantage in that moment. Diamande, there's Christian. I'm surprised they allowed Christian to stay on. They usually, when a trainer comes on, they're required to step off for a moment. There's a elbow there from Mijatovic. You can tell by the hair from Mijatovic.
Kind of showing a punk rock style hairdo.
So they're getting their predictions in. They're saying Frenzi 3-1 in this game. That's Fritz. Back to Fritz. Mijatovic and Chase. We're going to maybe slot that one. Is this one ball bounces to Rossi.
Mijatovic, known as the King of Chicago.
Is this one put back across towards Christian? Demighetti will slide over and grab. I thought that was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, I was just thinking the exact same thing. Sauce is King of Chicago. So.
That's ball played back. That one. Mijatovic met by contact. That ball will skirt out wide. That's Kowalski. He's got Tkachenko right there in the middle of the park, and this one bounces back to Mijatovic. Oh, that's good defensive play. And now here come in transition, AS Frenzi.
They have numbers.
That they do is, oh, good work from Sutton. So it's tremendous effort defensively is now Butler out wide to Mijatovic.
Yes, Frenzi turns it over, but they quickly got...
Oh, is now a foul called, and we're going to see another yellow card as Tkachenko went down. See, Tkachenko still down here.
A free kick straight on about 25, 26 yards.
Take a look at that.
In front of the goal.
Foul again right here. You're just going to see, yeah, just second yellow card of the match. I don't know who that, do you know who got that card?
Yeah, it was number 15.
15, that's Owen Armour. Thanks, Dan, appreciate that. Don't have a spotter up here today. Goal coming here in the 20th minute. Sorry, the yellow card, not goal. Take a look at this angle. There's a wall being set up. Tkachenko right there, and he puts it in the back of the net. Tkachenko with his 17th goal of the season. It's 1-1.
Tkachenko, you can't stop him. You only hope to contain him, and he was able to put that free kick 26 yards up. We're 1-1 in the 20th minute.
Here's the replay of that one again. Is got that camera switched just in time for that shot. Bring that back in a second and take a look at it again. We're back underway. Here, 1-1. Let's go Tkachenko. Getting a goal here in the 21st minute.
See why he is so dangerous. He hadn't really had a scoring opportunity in the first 20 minutes, but he gets a free kick straight on the goal. Left, no doubt, puts it into the corner of the net.
Well, what we're going to see out of this game here today, you're going to see a more balanced and possession-based attack out of Chicago, and you're going to see a really good, fast-paced transitional play out of AS Frenzi. We've seen it all game here so far. What's going to happen is AS Frenzi is really going to attack and capitalize on defensive miscues from Chicago Nation. That's what cost them that first goal. That's what cost them almost another goal in the 5th minute. So, but they're saying that's the King of Chicago right there. Just look at this, Mijatovic puts this one out wide. Cuts it back on dispossessed. Good defensive play from Coleman.
Held the ball on too long, and Coleman was able to swipe the ball away.
Good tackle from McLeod. Now Butler.
Looks like momentum has shifted since that equalizer.
Capitanos puts this one back post, and oh, that was out top. Oh, that was a great tackle on McLeod. This one kind of popped up towards Charles Hall. Got Diamande, maybe a quick give and go. Nope. Diamande just clinical work. Just once put out into the stands.
We stand corrected. Jan Diomande was the one that was credited with the helper on the first goal in the 3rd minute.
Kevin Gonzalez says Chicago Nation has such a strong team for a few years already. That they do.
It was 5th time.
Therefore, they're saying Chicago goal was scored by Stefan Mijatovic. It was not scored by Skachenko. Just to work around the back line. It was not Skachenko, it was Mijatovic. On that far side. That's over the back, and that'll be called every single day. So referee not happy with the dissent associated with that call. So having a quick word there with Klobjan.
Klobjan kind of giving his opinion, but he doesn't continue too long to draw a card himself.
Ball on that far side. Question is, will you commentate for the Sporting Wichita game? Yes, we will. Same crew, same everything. Maybe have some food in between. Thinking about pizza.
If anyone lives in the area wants to recommend a pizza place we can have delivered here to.
That's right.
Sager Field.
Ball thrown in. We're in the 25th minute, 1-1. Goal in the 3rd minute to get this game underway. Charles Christian. Oh, is this one cleared right into the gut there of Christian? So that went like right into the gut. The handling was called.
So just seconds away from the 26th minute. We have a 5-3 shots edge in favor of AS Frenzi. But we do have a 1-1 tie around the midpoint of the first half.
Ball goes way back to Diamanghetti. As 58% of you still think Chicago Nation will win this game. Normally I put like you think there'd be a tie. Well, there can't be a tie tonight, so. Oh, that's a dangerous tackle, and you might see a red card. No, you're gonna see a yellow card. What a dangerous tackle that was right there from Capitanos. Capitanos got to be more careful there as he came through. You're lucky he did not see red there. That yellow card coming here, the 26th minute. Take another look here at this one. Just that hard tackle. Right there at the end. Back underway here now as this ball played here on this near side. Good work from Sutton. Now Butler.
We talked in the pregame about Chicago Nation. This is the 5th time they've been to the Sweet 16 or better. And even being down on the 3rd minute, they didn't panic. They were able to net an equalizer, so we're 1-1 here in the 27th minute.
Oh, Mijatovic goes down and
took one right below the kneecap.
Now Mijatovic goes down, and you're seeing some sloppy tackles right now, and It's not necessary. You know, you're playing for a national title right now, and you want to keep this game under control. One, if you're the referee, but two, players want to be able to play on the national finals on Sunday. You can't do that if you got a red card. So, taking another look at this one.
Took a foot right below the right kneecap, so hopefully it's just
right there,
a bruise and not some kind of a muscle tear.
But we just saw a few moments ago, Mijatovic, you know, back in the 21st, getting a goal to, you know, equalize this game, and now another opportunity. This one slightly further out, but don't want to give freebies away. See Mijatovic there; he's up now, and it's good to see. I don't think people realize how much pain can be caused by a cleat to the back of the leg. It can hurt.
As a former player myself, I have welts up and down my legs, and I've been retired for many years.
Ball right into the wall. This ball put back post, not a bad ball. Goes up. Kettleson gets a touch on it. Corner kick coming up here for Chicago Nation.
So it's their first corner kick. Came about 20 seconds after the free kick, so they have a chance here to get another shot off and potentially take the lead.
Ball put in a bender, and that was a header up and over from Capitanos.
Chicago Nation starting to pick up the pace. They were down 5-1 in shots, down 1-0 on the scoreboard. Now they have a shots advantage, and they are starting to apply a lot more pressure. AS Frenzi's third of the field.
No Plaza. Who do you think will win the Sporting Wichita game? I guess you'll have to tune in. We'll tell you when the game starts here in a couple hours. Chicago Nation back on the ball. It's Capitanos. Oh, that's another hard tackle. And now Klobjan. That was Coleman that went down. That's another yellow card. This time the Coleman. We've already got 4 yellow cards in this game.
To his side, game's getting a little physical.
A little, Dan.
But the referee is not hesitating on throwing out the yellows.
30th minute.
But with some of these hard tackles, you almost have to throw the yellows and keep control of the game. You don't want to get it too out of hand.
So we'll play this one short, all the way back to Demighetti. No, I appreciate physical play like anybody else, especially as a broadcaster. A good physical game means that, you know, good temperature, good energy, intensity. Problem is that now you got 4 players. You know, a red card, could be coming. You know, you don't want to see red cards. That's another hard tackle. Klobjan was theirs now. Armour plays this out wide. Fritz. Coleman. Inside to Dorman. Dorman's got 11 goals on the season. Heavy touch there by Rossi. Looking to go over the top a little bit, maybe a little flick, and deflected out to Fritz. It's Coleman, that's another hard tackle, this time Butler.
So now AS Frenzy has a chance about 35 yards in front of the goal.
Take a look at that hard tackle again here. A lot of it, again, you could say, is it sloppiness? You know, is it laziness? You know, whatever. I don't know if it's laziness. I just think these two teams right now just fighting really hard here for a chance to play in that next matchup. As Fritz will take a shot right at that near post, and Demighetti dives to his left with a wonderful save.
Absolute brilliant save by Demighetti to keep this at 1-1. That ball was destined for the upper 90 inside the right post, so corner kick.
Just a beautiful save. Is you can only ball comes in the mix. Oh, that's headed away by Mijatovic. And a hard foul, hard whistle, I mean, as we have two players down. It looks like Sutton. Mijatovic also went down.
I think two teammates collided trying to flick the ball out of the box on the corner.
Obviously, with the way things are changing here in the world of soccer, we've talked about this quite a bit in regards to head concussions and moments where players collide. This is a thing where FIFA, U.S. Soccer, all the governing bodies of soccer across this country and sports for that matter, are taking head injuries more seriously, and as they should. And this is obviously a reflection of that, where you have a player down after a collision like that with another player, and they're making sure that those players are okay. It's the right thing to do. And I think that's something we've talked about too, Dan, over the past, is that right now there's a lot of consensus and a lot of attention to this. And I think as the sport goes through this time where you're going to see a lot of stoppages and a lot of precautionary things, it'll probably at a point bounce back to where it's not as there won't be as many moments where the game stopped immediately in the coming years, because they're going to figure out a way to get through this and not have to stop it as much. Or at least, delay games or things like that. So I do think that there'll be a moment in time here in the future where head injuries are, while they're looked upon in a very, important matter, they won't necessarily be where we are right now with them.
Yeah, but you're starting to see a lot more caution with the sport of soccer, football, lacrosse, hockey, even basketball, with players, falling down and hitting their head on the court. It's better safe than sorry.
For sure. For sure. There right now are 522 of you watching here. The UPSL semifinal number 1, Chicago Nation welcoming in AS Frenzi here live from Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrap, bringing you this semifinal matchup here on this beautiful Friday evening here in Loudoun County, Virginia. Last night I had a chance to eat at a place called Firebirds. Had a lobster and filet mignon. Dan had the spicy pasta. I'm not sure what that was called.
We'll just call it good. It was
good. My daughter Brianna, who joined us as a member of our crew, she had her official cheeseburger like she always does. Graham, also on our crew on our graphics tonight, he had a cheeseburger. Ryan on camera 1, he had ribs last night. So, giving you if you're hungry, we talk about food quite a bit. So,
we always seem to navigate no matter what level of soccer we broadcast. We always seem to navigate.
If I was covering an Apple TV MLS match right now, I would be talking about the dinner I had prior to the match. It would happen. It's Mijatovic. Good to see players back up now. Sutton. We got 15 minutes here until halftime.
Mijatovic is technically a attacking midfielder, but he has been all over the field. He's been up top. He's gone back in the box on set pieces.
Oh, good cut by Sutton. He'll be held. They're going to bring this one back now. Is held there by Zion Coleman. So, Dan, someone's saying they want to hear your best goal. Yeah, we don't do that, though. I
don't want to be a copycat.
I feel like that's something that's got to stay with a specific, person who likes to do it, or I've just never gotten into it, and I know, Dan, you haven't either. I don't know. I don't like the goal call like that, but that's just me, personally. This ball put in by Butler, back post. Mijatovic there with a nice head in that one as he rolls through Christian. And out for a goal kick.
Milatovic just showing how dangerous he can be. Again, he is all over the field. He's winning balls in the air. He's getting shots on free starts. He's going back and playing defense. He's dribbling the ball.
Shout out to Noah Walker from DMB Sports here in Virginia. He's our technical director tonight, along with Donovan Wallace and Pablo Huerto, as this ball played in towards Christian. And this one, wide open look. And just like that, Blair Dorman gives AS Frenzi a 2-1 lead.
Little heel pass, wide open, one times it in the net. Nagati had no chance.
That goal coming here in the 38th minute. And just like that, AS Frenzi up 2-1. A goal scored in the 3rd minute. Another one scored here in the 38th for AS Frenzi. That's Dorman's 12th goal of the season.
So AS Frenzi, 7 shots on the night, 4 on frame and 2 in the back of the net. 2-1 advantage over Chicago Nation. We're nearing the 39th minute, just a few seconds away. The thing at AS Frenzi is when they're on the attack, they are relentless with their speed, but they do force you to try to turn the ball over. And they have taken advantage several times so far here in the first half. Able to convert twice.
So 40th minute. Two-1. Ball played back post here and settled down by Butler. Good defensive play. It's Coleman inside to Isaac.
So AS Frenzi's averaged over 4.2 goals a game. They already got 2 here in the first 40 minutes of this contest.
Mijatovic.
And a lot of soccer to be played.
Looking for Skachenko. Skachenko towards Mijatovic. That was Klavjano's right there, and that one cleared away. Christian. McLeod. A little shove in the back there from Rossi, and that's a foul. Dan, what's our foul count? A lot to a lot?
Yeah, we got 8 fouls against AS Frenzi and 6 against Chicago Nations. We already got 14 fouls here in the first half.
Switched over here to Sutton.
Something tells me we haven't seen the final goal yet in this match, Jonathan.
I would agree with that statement. Oh, look at this ball to Christian. He's wide open. Christian now looking to get a brace, and wow, just gives it right to Demanghetti. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
It almost looked like his foot just kind of got caught on the turf.
Well, maybe he thought it was offside. I mean, he just kind of gave up on it. Oh, good work. Skachenko goes down, and
so Chicago Nation had 3 clean sheets so far in the national tournament. Now they're down 2-1 late in the first half. So from the medal standpoint, They're going to have to figure out a way to climb out of this hole.
Poked away. Christian still working there is Labovich, and now this one switched to the near side to Capitanos. We get closer here. It's 43rd minute.
Fans still trickling in. We talked about in the pregame. All 4 games this weekend, free admission. So if you are in the DC area, like to come out and watch some great amateur soccer, 4 different regions in the continental USA, come on down here to Secker Field, kind of in the northwestern suburbs of Washington, D.C., near Leesburg. We have an 8:30 matchup tonight and games at 12 and 3:30 on Sunday afternoon. It's got to be with them.
Isaac. All the way back now. Deminghetti. We'll give him right back to Diamande. He plays to Christian. Inside to, with a shot! And just like that, 3-1. That's Howell's second goal of the season.
Again, left open in the center of the box, able to take advantage of another Chicago Nation miscue. Charles Hall.
That goal coming here in the 45th minute. And right now, this relentless pressure or this speed of play from AS Frenzi, really hard here for Chicago Nation defensively to manage. And just like that, 3-1. So a goal in the 3rd minute, 38th minute, and 45th. 3 different goal scorers along the way. And one back here by Dorman is...
His knee just flat out buckled, went right down on the ground. The Chicago Nation have yielded only 7 goals all summer, yet they have given up 3 goals in the first 44 minutes of this match.
We're gonna take a look here and see. We've got to replay what happened. You mentioned he buckled his knee. Oh, that was the end of it. We'll get that corrected here and take a look at the... Yeah, you said his knee went down and just buckled, Dan?
Yeah, he fell right to the ground. There wasn't a play within 5 yards.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep.
All right, so we'll play this now. But, you know...
He's looking at his left knee.
Take a look and just see it right there. He just, yeah, you're right. He just kind of pulls up and then goes down, so... Not something that you want to see, obviously, and...
So Nicholas Zanillo is the player. Went down. Oh.
It's Isaac Sutton that went down. He is up now, at least, which is good news. He wears the captain badge here for Chicago Nation. Very important part of the Chicago Nation side. So trainer taking a look here at Sutton as we are here in stoppage. We don't know how much time. I believe it's going to be at least 3. So we are in the 3rd minute right now.
Yes, Frenzi is a very opportunistic team.
That they are.
They have a 9-7 shots advantage and 6-3 on net. And able to score 3 goals here in the first half. Chicago Nation has not given up 3 goals in a game all season.
It's all. Just scored that last goal here for Frenzi. Diamande. Got Chris made that run into all. And he had a dummy out here to Coleman.
So heading into this match, AS Frenzi held a 13-5 goals scored advantage. Now it's 16-5. We still have a half of soccer yet to play.
That we do is one back by Frenzi and Dorman. Dorman scored that goal back in the 38th.
So for those naysayers who say that soccer doesn't have a lot of scoring, AS Frenzi has proven that theory wrong all spring and summer.
Diamande. Inside for all. Good, well-weighted pass. Good ball from Isaac, and that one now played back. Evan Gaddy from Kowalski. Skachenko goes down there. Mijatovic, advantage given. Skachenko. Mijatovic. It's got Sutton here on this near side. Ball played to Sutton. Heavy pass, but that one's going to go out. So a missed opportunity, and that'll wrap up this first half, Dan.
AS Frenzi had scored 63 goals on the season. Their offense is as good as advertised. 6 shots on frame, 3 in the back of net. They have a 3-1 advantage on Chicago Nation. And if it puts Chicago into a predicament, something they have not had to face, a deficit like this all season.
No, they haven't. We're going to head to break here. It's 3-1 here from Segra Field in this UPSL semifinal number 1. AS Frenzi 3, Chicago Nation 1. We'll be back after this.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de Cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en Cricket.
It's time. Time to get back to what's real, like gathering everyone around and savoring every moment together with Mexican meals from Real Foods that are ready to share and enjoy. Delivering real authenticity means more than just adding flavor. It's why we use family recipes that have been handed down for generations to create wholesome meals and snacks that are perfect anytime and for everyone. Like savory carnitas, salsas, and tamales that you can easily serve in minutes. Real Foods, Hispanic flavors for modern life.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at VIO, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. That technology can amplify sports' positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
It's time. Time to get back to what's real, like gathering everyone around and savoring every moment together with Mexican meals from Real Foods that are ready to share and enjoy. Delivering real authenticity means more than just adding flavor. It's why we use family recipes that have been handed down for generations to create wholesome meals and snacks that are perfect anytime and for everyone, like savory carnitas, salsas, and tamales that you can easily serve in minutes. Real Foods, Hispanic flavors for modern life.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at Veo, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
As we welcome you back here into Segra Field here, it's half. And it's 3-1 here in favor of in favor of AS Frenzi. Chicago Nation now down 3-1. And, I mean, Dan, you know, AS Frenzi has come in here and playing like they want to play in a national championship.
Yeah, they scored 7 goals in their quarterfinal matchup, 63 on the season. Their offense is good as advertised. I mean, just the numbers today. 9 shots, 6 on frame, 3 goals. And we still have a half left soccer, but even better, they've done it against a team that's given up 7 goals all season and not given up a goal in the tournament. So Chicago Nation is faced with a 2-goal deficit, and the pressure's gonna be on them to try to come back while keeping them off the scoreboard in the second half.
That it will is take a look there at your first half match stats. Live right now here on the UPSL network. My name's John Turner. Dan Stickrad here on the call this evening. This is game number 1. AS Frenzi in the lead over Chicago Nation, 3-1. Don't go anywhere. We come back here. Second half action after this.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Lo que me gusta de Cricket es la velocidad del internet y su precio económico.
Una red 5G es música para mis oídos. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
It's time. Time to get back to what's real, like gathering everyone around and savoring every moment together with Mexican meals from Real Foods that are ready to share and enjoy. Delivering real authenticity means more than just adding flavor. It's why we use family recipes that have been handed down for generations to create wholesome meals and snacks that are perfect anytime and for everyone, like savory carnitas, salsas, and tamales that you can easily serve in minutes. Real Foods, Hispanic flavors for modern life.
Los que se cambian a cricket se quedan con cricket.
Tengo un equipo para mis redes sociales y todos creando contenido con cricket.
5G para empezar la fiesta. Sonríe, estás en cricket.
Hi, my name is Paul Caligiuri, National Soccer Hall of Famer. I'm here today with Sportsy, the official training app of the UPSL. Download the app today and take your game to the next level.
Sports performance data are everywhere. Knowing how to use that data is the key to a competitive advantage. That's why we developed StatLink. StatLink software turns your data into the information you need to improve team and player performance, assess player ability, track progress, or discover the perfect lineup, all from your phone or iPad. StatLink. Know your team. Official stats provider of the UPSL.
Here at Veo, we believe that sport plays an important part in our world and our societies. Technology can amplify sport's positive impact, and our mission is to make sports technology accessible to all.
We welcome you back here into Segra Field. Here on this Friday evening, it is 6:43 Eastern here in Virginia. Might be somewhere else, maybe 5 o'clock somewhere else. But we are getting ready here to start this second half as AS Frenzi showing us why they are hard to deal with in this first half, scoring 3 goals. Up 3-1 here to start this second half. And Dan, I mean, prediction-wise, do you think the Chicago Nation has it in them to make a run back here and get back in this game?
You know, they've also averaged over 4 goals a game, so yes, they do have it in it. It's just a little bit different mindset. They haven't given them a goal during the national tournament at 3 straight clean sheets, and now they're forced with a 2-goal deficit, 1.5 to claw back into this game. But at the same time, AS Frenzy has scored now 66 goals in the season, 3 in this game, and they have to find a way to cut down on the mistakes in the backfield and keep AS Frenzy off the scoreboard in the second half.
Something that's going to be hard to do, you know, and again, you saw it from Diamande, you saw it from Dorman, you saw it from all. You saw 3 different players getting the ball in the back of the net there in the first half for AS Frenzy. Mijatovic scored on a set piece. They have not scored in the run of play yet here today, has Chicago Nation. Comments keep coming in. 55% of you still say Chicago Nation wins this game, so keep your votes coming here this evening.
See if Chicago Nation can claw back into this game, kind of find the flair for the dramatic.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath in regards to all that, because last year we were here, we watched as Queensboro comes in. They got out 3-0 going into half against Beeman United. And in that game, Beeman came back and won in extra time. So anything can happen in these matchups. You know, these teams can score in buckets. We've seen it against Tennessee Tempo, 7-1. Chicago Nation's got to find a way here to manage the speed in transition from AS Frenzy.
It is almost perfect conditions.
We are back underway here, second half action. On this Friday evening. AS Frenzy and the red kits going right to left now on your screen. Chicago Nation and the all blue kits going left to right. A little touch there by Dorman, but I don't know if we saw any changes here to start this second half. Do we think we have a change here for AS Frenzy? So number 12 made their way here into the match. It's another hard tackle, and once again, hard foul. Just trying to find number 12 here on the roster.
It's 12 for Chicago.
So, for Chicago, I'm sorry. Yeah, there is no 12. I think it's actually Graffin, though, who's coming on. It is. That's Graffin, number 12. This ball out wide here. Kachenko, he'll take a shot that deflects back post. And that one's a shot. That's defended as the flag goes up.
Offsides, first one in the contest. Chicago Nation has come out all guns a-blazing, trying to claw back into this contest. When you have two teams that have averaged over 4 goals a game, like I said earlier in the first half, I don't think we've seen the final goal of this contest.
Another foul. try and get confirmation that that is in fact Graffin, but I'm pretty sure that it is. He is not on the rosters that were given to us. He's now Kowalski. Kowalski looking for Skichenko. That goes to Graffin. He'll turn and also see Desiderovic making his way onto the pitch here. This one played in towards Skichenko. It looks like Sutton's still on. Mijatovic has dropped back to play and take on defensive work here today in this second half.
Mijatovic is a man of many faces. Talked about in the first half, he has been all over the pitch. He was able to net an equalizer to tie this game at 1-1, but
another hard tackle and another yellow card being issued. This time to Coleman. So Coleman getting a yellow card here in 49th minute.
Third yellow against AS Frenzi, fifth of the match.
Desiderovic will take this kick.
This is a great opportunity for Chicago Nation to start to claw back into this contest.
Desiderovic puts this one into the box. Lobovic right there, drops back for Klobjan, and that one goes in! And just like that, 3-2, as you see two players of Chicago Nation there with Kettleson. And Klobjan brings them to within one. And while this game has just about everything you'd want in a soccer game, Dan, I mean, you're looking at, a bunch of goals from AS Frenzi, a bunch of yellow cards. There's 5 yellow cards so far in this match. 5 goals now. I mean, my goodness, this is exactly what you want to see in a semifinal matchup. An intensity, energy, a lot of goal scoring.
We've had 17 fouls and 5 yellow cards. 3-2 AS Frenzi, but we've only played about just over 50 minutes of the contest.
Lobovic. Oh, look at this, a defensive miscue. And right down by the end line, that's saved from the goal line. Kowalski went down. Well, it's Skichenko. He'll take a shot, and that one goes just wide.
Chicago Nation has come back with a little bit of vengeance. 3 shots here in the first 6 minutes. Able to claw back within 3-2. AS Frenzi has yet to even come close to attempting a shot here in the second half.
Just unbelievable. You see, we talked about it. Could Chicago Nation find a way to kind of balance and stop this attack? And now here comes All. Looking inside for Diamande. That's Dorman there. Dorman goes down, and now the referee points to the spot. And just as I say something, Dan, Jeez.
Like I said, this game is far from done in terms of scoring. They have a chance now to net the 6th goal of the contest on a PK.
Take a look here at this again, and I mean, Christian get a touch that Dorman is just shoved down. I mean, it's the right call. I mean, the referee got that spot on, and it's a penalty. So chance here now for AS Frenzi to go up now 4-2. So Diamande will step up to take this one.
This will be the first shot of the second half for AS Frenzi.
Diamande steps up and buries it. 4-2. Getting his first goal of the match.
What a great game by Jan Diamande. He had 2 helpers in the first half. Punches home a penalty kick here in the 53rd minute on his team's first shot of the second half. And just like that, they have a 2-goal advantage once again.
Another look here at the replay. Just puts it away. I mean, 4-2. And you know, I don't know if we were promised anything in leading up to these matches, Dan, but if we were promised the outcome of all these goals and the excitement of these games, if this is the start of the weekend, I think we're in store for a pretty good night of games and games on Sunday. What we've seen is you can score goals quickly here from both these teams. Nation now on the ball. That's Kowalski as he'll play it back to Mijatovic.
And the amazing part is, as we talked in the pregame and during the first half, Chicago Nation gives up 7 goals on the season, including three games in a national tournament, and they've given up 4.
Oh, look at that shot from distance. That one.
Yielded 4 goals today, and we still have plenty of soccer left. So they have been able to find the kinks in the armor, Chicago Nation's defense.
Sutton. Tkachenko. He'll cut back. Puts us inside towards Klobjan. This one right to Graffin, and he'll clear that shot. That was wide of frame. Kevin Gonzalez says that was not a penalty. Yeah, I mean, you go through the back right there like that. I don't, you know, former referee of 20 years, that's a penalty. You know, maybe a little less obvious. Ball up near this near side. Tkachenko. Graffin goes down. He'll keep playing, and
Tkachenko had the assist on that second goal for Chicago Nation, but they've been unable to get him in position to score a goal. But plenty of time to get back into this match. Tkachenko is top 10 in the nation in scoring. He has 16 goals on the year.
See, my thing too is, like, you know, if that was a call going for your team, would you say the same thing? The answer is no, then it's a penalty, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if that was your team down in the last couple minutes of a game, your player goes down into the box, you're asking for that penalty shot all day long.
There was a little shove in the back. He did go straight down, so it was 2 yards inside the box. I don't think the official had any choice.
No, and this ball now goes to McLeod. So currently on the field right now for Chicago Nation, that's Klobja on the ball, out wide now to Tkachenko. Graffin, this ball inside for Klobjan, who just scored that goal here a couple minutes ago. As it puts us at his back post. That was Dizderzovic. Now that's a shot that's deflected and goes towards Kettleson. He'll take his time. Mijatovic, Lobovitz, Sutton, and Butler, McLeod are all on the pitch here for Nation. You've got Kettleson in goal, Hiroti, James Isaac, Zion Coleman, Charles All, Rossi, Blair Dorman, Jan Diamande, Owen Armour, Charles Christian, and Paul Fritz all on the pitch for AS Frenzi. No changes for them. This is Isaac, and Butler credited there with the foul. Mike Chavez says from Portland, this game is crazy. Welcome in from Portland. We're in Virginia. Noah just asked, how do we like our pizza? That's a great question. It depends. You know, it really depends. I like pepperoni and mushrooms on my pizza, per se.
I would agree with that.
I also like a Hawaiian pizza, good Hawaiian. That's a good shove there for Mijatovic, and you're not going to see that one called.
Nijakovic is 6'4" and 210 pounds. He is a brick, so sometimes players will just cuddly bounce off of him when he tries to win a tackle.
Over the top, looking for Graffin. But yeah, pepperoni. That's what we just ordered. Papa John's pepperoni. We just ordered up here for the press box for in between games. So some breadsticks. It depends too. Like, you know, you get that New York style, that really thin pizza. You know, you can just go with pepperoni. I mean, just plain cheese. It's not bad, right? So I think it depends. Corey says Supreme. You got to go with Supreme. Hey, Supreme. You know, the green pepper on there, some onions, some black olives, all the other stuff. I mean, my daughter's really into the whole Hawaiian pizza right now with pineapple, which I know is very controversial. That's a little hold there from Diamande from McLeod, but he keeps going into the box. And that was finally cleared by Lobovich and out for a corner.
Diamande beat three players trying to get off a shot, was unable to, but you can see his craftiness and speed with the ball. He is absolutely.
Says nothing beats Hawaiian. Who thinks? I mean,
I love pineapples, but not necessarily on pizza. Pineapples are one of my favorite fruits, but not necessarily
fair enough
on a pizza pie.
Going to see all put this one back in for Frenzi, who finds themselves in a nice little cushion here, up 4-2.
First corner kick of the first half for both teams.
This ball put in toward that back post, drop down. That's Dorman, and 5-2. Believe that was Blair Dorman who scored that goal. No, it's Fritz. I apologize. That was Fritz. Paul Fritz getting the goal. And just like that, it's 5-2. Goal coming here in the 60. I clarify the goal time. I think it was the 61st minute. So now the referee having a chance to talk with Deminghetti.
So defensively, the wheels have fallen off the truck in terms of Chicago Nation giving up 7 goals entering this match all season. They've given up 5. We still have close to 30 minutes of game time still left in this match.
Next game kicks off at 8:30 Eastern. Might be a delay. It's the first time we've had a plane fly over our heads here today. Eight o'clock Virginia time. Is there Virginia time? You see a substitution here, number 2 now for Chicago Nation. That's Emmanuel Lopez, who will step on now. Didn't see who came off. Klobjan did, so. Now this is Dorman. Scott, Christian, and Diamande making their runs. Good defensive win. Ball hits the referee, and that'll bring back. It's a rule I don't like, Dan. I feel like that one should stay the same way it was, which is hits the ref and just keep playing. Now it stops, and red team is from Sanford, Florida, playing the Florida Central Division. I believe that's from Orlando.
Yeah,
Orlando area.
Sanford is northeast of Orlando.
I will say Orlando is one of my favorite places to go. Disney World, Universal Studios. About an hour from Cocoa Beach. Love Cocoa Beach. Ball inside. Graffin pulls down. Skajenko is right there. No, he's still on, says assistant referee. Skajenko just makes a heavy touch. And Kowalski runs right in. Another yellow card. Third yellow of the match here against Chicago Nation.
We've had 19 total fouls this match and 7 yellow cards.
I think they're asking sort of thoughts on Sporting Wichita. I mean, hey, you got to give your, anyone that makes it here has, it's not easy to get to a national semifinal. It just isn't.
Yeah, especially when you're playing, you get deeper in the tournament, you're playing teams you've never really faced before.
Now Diamande, he's got a goal here, scored that penalty shot back in this second half, is now Diamande. Now he'll take a shot far post, that one goes up and over.
Diamande has a goal and 2 assists on the day. And he has been creating chances all over the field. Just a dynamic, crafty player.
6 yellow cards in total here in this match so far. It's Kowalski up here towards Skajenko. Inside towards Butler. We'll switch it to that far side. Just a bad play that was Lopez. Ball inside that seam, looking towards Dizerzovic. Good work inside. That's Graffin. Graffin, far post, and now it's 5-3. Dan, 8 goals now.
That's unbelievable.
66th minute. And just like that, it's a 2-goal game again. I just, you look at this 5-3. This game has everything. Everything, man, and it's fun to watch. Chicago has not won a UPSL championship yet. They have not. They have not won one. They've been here. This is their third time they've been here, and looking to get their first W, and they've got
still plenty of time to try to, get back in this game.
Well, then you give and go back to Diamande. It looks like that.
I spoke too soon.
30 seconds later, it's 6-3. So Diamande getting his second goal. My goodness.
AS Frenzi has had 3 shots on frame in the second half and able to convert all 3 of those attempts. And they've only had 5 shots total in the second half. But they came off a 7-1 win in the quarterfinals, and now they are up 6-3 in the 68th minute here of the national semifinal.
It's almost as if they're like, yeah, come on, take a goal, score a goal on us, and we'll come back and score one right back on you.
And I think Chicago Nation's only had 2 shots on frame this half, and they've been able to convert twice. So we've had 5 shots on frame in the second half, and all 5 have found the back of the net. And the rate we're going, who knows where it's going to stop. There might be several more goals here down the stretch.
Yeah, it's just a lot, man. It's just a lot. I don't think I've seen 9 goals in a game like this in a long time. This ball looked to be switched to this near side, and Kettleson, that's kind of a parry. Typically, you can't do those types of moves as a goalkeeper at this level. They might typically call you for that, and indirect free kick. When I say parrying with the ball, you're supposed to catch it, and you can catch it, and you do what you just did there. Referees don't seem to mind, though.
Chicago Nation still has to try to find a way to get Zakhar Shevchenko more involved in the attack. 7th in the nation with 16 goals coming in. He does have an assist, but has not had very many chances in this contest.
Ball goes Demengadian.
The Chicago Nation giving up 7 goals all season. If you would have told me they would give up 6 with plenty of time left in this matchup, I would have said not a chance. But
over the top there for Shevchenko. Just cleared away from Armour. Comments keep coming in. 8 goals for free admission. Should be entertained. I would agree with that. Now it's 9 goals, so that comment came in maybe a little late. But Lopez now, he'll look to maybe fire one. Oh, back heel to Graffin, who just scored a goal here a few moments ago.
Lopez was able to draw the assist on that 3rd goal by Chicago Nation.
So 20 minutes to play in this game, and you mentioned, Dan, there's still opportunities here for
first 1 to 10 wins. What do you think? I mean,
the reality is I don't know if defense matters in this game anymore. Just who can score more goals, and right now AS Frenzi is showing they can do that. This ball switched to this near side to Diamande. Already on a brace. Inside the 18, Kowalski, oh, look at that, cuts it back again, lays it off, was looking for Rossi, and now.
You would think later in the later stages of the tournament there'd be less goals, but these two teams have proven otherwise. 9 goals, we still have just under 20 minutes plus stoppage time here in the second half. AS Frenzi holds a 6-3 lead on Chicago Nation, and I still think that there's more left in the tank.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if Frenzy can in fact get a 7th goal, which would match their entire goals allowed the entire season for Chicago Nation. So that would be an interesting thing. It's Mijatovic.
The winner of the second game is going to have hands full against the winner of this contest.
Okay, it's Shevchenko. He'll be called for offside. Medina won the UPSL Championship with East Valley Pro. He's going for his 2nd title with Delfines. He's one to keep an eye on. Unfortunately, we weren't given a lot of information about Delfines, so if you can enlighten us, that'd be great. Oh, that's a hard foul, and Shevchenko, that's
another yellow card.
Shevchenko, that's his first of the game. They're thinking maybe a red card there. That's not a straight red. That's a yellow card. 72nd minute yellow card to Shevchenko.
The frustrations are starting to mount on the side of Chicago Nation.
That's 7 yellow cards in total here tonight. Both teams. We're only 2 away from.
Chicago Nation came in with a 0.54 goals against average as a team, yet have yielded 6 goals in 72 minutes of action here tonight in this national semifinal. They have exploited them with their speed, their ability to finish. Yes, Frenzy's been able to convert them free kicks. They've done it all. "14 shot attempts. 9 shots on frame, 6 goals, and all 3 shots on frame the second half. AS Frenzy's been able to convert.
Another hard foul, and this part of the match is brought to you by Score, the official uniform and ball supplier of the UPSL. How many yellow cards? Now we're at 7 yellow cards, unless one just was issued. I don't think it was. This is the part of the match where Chicago Nation needs to pull out the cheat code in FIFA. Up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
They have to pull something out of the hat. They're down 6-3 with around 17 minutes of regulation left, plus stoppage time, and they has not been able to slow down AS Frenzi.
Another hard, and this one, Mijatovic. That's his first yellow card, and there's number 8. This game's lost all flow here in the last couple minutes. Now, if you're, your AS Frenzy, you're playing in a championship game here, potentially on Sunday. I'm not going to say they're going to play because, a lot of crazy things have happened before. But what I'm saying is that they have a chance to play in this championship game. They've got to keep their cool, be disciplined, right? A good win there by Sutton. But because they don't want to play down a man, or lose a potential important player here going into the match on Sunday for a chance to play in a national championship. This ball switched to that far side. Settle down. And that's a shot that deflects.
I've seen it several times in my life where teams are up 3 to 4 goals and that they surrender a group in the last 15-20 minutes and end up losing a match. So it's possible.
15 minutes to play.
Chicago Nation does have 15 shots in the night and 6 on frame, and they've been able to curt 3 of those 6. So they are a team that averaged just over 4 goals a game as well.
There's Derzovic.
Down to 15 minutes, they're getting the point of desperation.
Now all. Sutton there to defend. Plays back to Diamande. Diamande now down by the end line. Slots at top of the 6 and back to all. Well, good work. Oh, that's another hard tackle. But they're going to say all is the one who took a dive. And All's already on a yellow. I don't think they realize that, but he's already on a yellow.
That's his second.
That's his second yellow. I don't think the center referee realizes that. I'm showing he's already on a yellow. So that's his second yellow with no red card in the 76th minute. Again, unless we're missing something, maybe he wasn't given the yellow. In fact, a while ago.
Unless they reversed that call in the first half when he drew that yellow. But we've seen it all. 22 fouls in this match, 8 yellow cards, 9 goals. We still have 14 minutes of regulation plus stoppage time.
We're at 10 yellow cards now, so we've officially surpassed the amount of goals in yellows. Again, I thought that we saw a yellow card Charles All back in the 30th minute. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times in my life, so I can say that without any
handball.
Any hesitation. I've been wrong. So, but number 8 had the yellow. No, I have no. Okay, so they're saying Rossi had the yellow. Maybe it was okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. See. Todd Eason, appreciate you coming in clutch. Mijatovic. Either way, 10 yellow cards in this game, so. This ball put in, that's not a bad ball, and Kettleson makes a save. A little shove there. Is it just me or like a lot of bugs coming up in here?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't me. I'm not the only one.
We're all in unison. In the last 15 minutes, we are getting buzzed by an unknown thing with wings up here at the press box. We have a makeshift press box is open, so all kinds of critters are joining in the broadcast team as we speak.
I just want you to know, I just smelled Papa John's and their car just pulled up.
Oh.
Just pulled up into the parking lot. I thought he went and picked it up. Guess not.
I guess our chariot has arrived. We still have about 12 minutes plus stoppage time of this first match. Yes, we are from the Michigan Soccer Network on location here in Leesburg, Virginia, and we do love food.
Oh, it is something that we talk about quite a bit.
So if anybody that lives in the Leesburg area who wants to make a broadcast team happy and donate some food here tonight or on Sunday afternoon.
They're calling Christian on that one, and Butler's the one that went down.
The fouls are mounting, and if you are AS Frenzi in a 3-goal lead in the 79th minute, you do not want to risk someone getting a red card.
And now another yellow card. This one to number 14. And I'll look at my roster. That's supposed to come in here a couple moments ago. William Sovereign, number 14. That's not right, I apologize. No, that is correct. That is William Sovereign. Received that yellow card number 11 here tonight. Eleven yellow cards as we now see a couple more subs now. Number 12 and number 18. See Dorman come off.
It's been a long time since I've seen 11 yellow cards in one match.
Was it in the World Cup and back when? How many years ago we saw that many yellow cards in a game?
2014.
Yeah. That's Frenzi Pierre, as well as Steele Norton.
AS Frenzi's in great position in the 81st minute. 6-3 advantage over Chicago Nation. Chicago Nation's made his 5th trip into the Sweet 16 or better, but looking like unless they have some great heroics here in the last 10 minutes, their end of the road will come here in the national semifinal.
Nation continues to press. Looking to find some magic here with 9 minutes to go plus stoppage.
They need to get a quick goal here to kind of trim the deficit down.
They come off in our corner. Don't forget, coming up here later this evening, game number 2 here in the national semifinals. This ball played in. Goes back post. It's still inside the 18. That one's finally going to be touched out. That was number 23. That's Brennan Rzuski. Rzuski is Sporting Wichita will host CD Delfines de Absolo from Phoenix, Arizona. Game coming up here at 8:30 this evening. Pre-game covered beginning here around 8:10. So in just under an hour.
Two teams that came quite a distance from the western half of the United States. Phoenix, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, ball into Dzerzovic. Dzerzovic, far post shot, goes just wide. I bet you can't say Dzerzovic 3 times fast, Dan.
There's a lot of names on these 4 teams I could not say fast 5 times. But But I can say the aroma pizza 5 times quickly because it's right next to us. During our break between the two games, we will be enjoying some Papa Romano's here in Leesburg, Virginia.
No Papa John's. Not Romano's.
Oh, Papa John's.
Yeah, no Papa Romano's. I think it's a local thing in Michigan. I don't think they have Papa Romano's nationwide.
I stand corrected.
It's okay. When you get hungry, you start saying things maybe you shouldn't say.
I'm having delusions of grandeur, making up names.
McLeod was on the ground, but look at the foul to Chicago Nation. If you're just joining us, I mean, it was 3-1 at halftime. So, yeah, a lot of goals scored in this second half. 5 in total. But the story here, 11 yellow cards. So 9 goals, 11 yellow cards.
We definitely have seen it all in this game.
So we're going to see some more subs this time.
In fact, I'm running out of ink on my pen, on my stat sheet here.
So Nicholas Messacino will come on in for Chicago Nation. You're going to see number 10 coming on for Frenzi. Number 10 is Ethan Rosenblum. So Rosenblum coming in. Oh. 85th minute. So 5 minutes to go here, plus stoppage time, barring a miracle. AS Frenzy will play in the national championship game at 3:30 on Sunday.
Like I said, we've seen it all. 31 total shots, 11 yellow cards, and we've had 9 goals in this match.
Diamande, that's good defensive work, is now up this near side and last touched off a Sovereign.
Jan Diamande, the attacking midfielder for AS Frenzy. 2 goals, 2 assists on the night, and he has been dangerous since the opening kickoff. He had the assist in the first goal by Charles Christian. 2:12 into the match to kind of set the tone, and AS Frenzy has been nearly unstoppable in this match.
They scored early and often, have never relinquished the lead at all in this match.
They've had 14 shots, 9 on frame, 6 goals, Jonathan.
Oh, look at that ball. That's inside, and that one's cleared up and out of danger.
And barring a miracle, AS Frenzy is going to advance to the national championship. 3-goal lead here.
So another player down. We're going to see another substitution, this time number 13 from AS Frenzy. That's Tristan Strube coming on now here. Tomorrow, Dan and I, along with our crew, will make our way to Washington, D.C. for the day, spend some time there, and haven't been there since I was in 8th grade, so 12, 13 years old.
Yeah, I've not been there as well since I was about that age. However, that would have been the mid-1980s, just a hot minute ago. 1984 to be precise, but who's counting? So we're in the waiting minutes. I mentioned Jan Diamante, 2 goals, 2 assists. Clearly, Jonathan, the man of the match.
It's Butler now on the ball. Looking to go up, switch to that far side. Ball is knocked away into the business end of this second half. A shot from distance. This one will rise up and over and into the loud and united sign here in the bleachers behind the goal. Kind of surprised. They haven't turned the lights on here yet.
So AS Frenzi beat Tennessee Temple 7-1 in the quarterfinals. They're up 6-3 in the waning minutes of the semis.
Scored 70 goals this season. All inside to Dzirjevic. And
brilliant display of offense.
You know, in my conversation with the team and Frenzy this week, and we talked about the goals and talked about the youth of this team and something that well, that one was played inside. Now out wide. That one's a shot. That one goes just shy of that near post. That was Norton taking that shot.
Chicago Nation has most of their players pushed up. Time is their enemy. They're down to just a couple minutes and a 3-goal deficit. So who will AS Frenzy face?
Ooh, that's a hard tackle. And Lobovich has his hands up. Oh, there are the lights. It's almost as if, like I said, put them on. Then there they go.
You waved your hand like a Jedi. Just put those lights on.
So a free kick coming up here for AS Frenzy. See Rossi standing over this one as a number of other players as well. Might be a group effort.
90th minute. About 21 yards in front, so see if they can add that 7th goal.
Rossi will take this one. That one goes just up and over. We are officially in the 90th minute plus one. Two minutes of stoppage time. Seems light.
Yeah, even with all those goals in the second half and all those yellow cards and fouls.
Couple injuries.
Yeah, a couple injuries. They only had 2 minutes of stoppage time. But we have avoided any type of overtime or shootout.
So far that we have. Dzirjevic, top of the 18. He goes down right outside the top of the 18. A free kick coming up. So just outside the 18. This one through the wall, and Diamande now on the ball. I'm still surprised he's out there. Obviously, you have subs, and they'll just trip and go down. Ball inside.
Referee starting to look at his watch, and that should do it.
That it should is. That's your full-time score. I mean, Dana, AS Frenzy came in, and they handled business. They scored 6 goals. One shy of the entire total of allowed goals from Chicago Nation this entire season. Tyler Weston and AS Frenzy have punched their ticket
into the national championship game here on Sunday afternoon at 3:30. The final score here from Segra Field, AS Frenzi 6, Chicago Nation 3. We'll be back here at 8:30 for the next matchup as Sporting Wichita taking on CD Delfines de Abasolo from Phoenix, Arizona. 11 yellow cards, 9 goals, and a partridge in a pear tree.
We saw it all, Jonathan.
We saw it all. We saw it all. But either way, thanks for stopping by here on the UPSL Network, and we'll see you next time for more soccer.